準備はいいか？ではメメントスに行こう。
Hey guys, like easy here. Welcome back to the new review format. That is the first episode. Oh, this is not a welcome back. Welcome to the first episode of our review format here on the channel. Today we are gonna speak about Persona 5 The Phantom X. This game is now I think 3 or 4 weeks out. Yeah, I had some deep dive experience into the game so far. I mean, the game had a long history somehow. It took 4 years of development, developed by Blackwings, some Chinese game studio. I mean, you maybe know the studio for Tower Fantasy. There's Genshin Impact mocker somehow. And yeah, it's out since 2024 in China, but yeah, we got the thing this year in July here in Europe and the rest of the world. So yeah, what's about the game though? The game is in the same universe than Persona 5. I mean, it's maybe a parallel universe to Persona 5. I mean, everyone knows Persona 5, right? It's from the unbelievable Atlus studio. Atlus, really known for his Persona things, and Shin Megami Tensei, Odin Sphere, Metaphori Fantasio from last year, Dragon's Crown. So they're really strong storytellers. And I think this is the first thing and the first problem that I have with Persona 5 The Phantom X. The first act of the game is just almost copy-paste from Persona 5. That just, you can say that it's a simple copy-paste from the first game. There is a few things left and right that is different. Yeah, sure, we have a new mascot that is talking you full with so much things. So when you played Persona 5, he will not tell you anything new. What's the first boss is almost the same thing. He's really an evil person who is a sports freak, who is yeah, not nice to women, let's say it like that. And it's the same characteristics then like the first boss of Persona 5. The second boss and second act, this is a little bit better. I have to admit this, I played this, no, I'm finished with the main story to this point. We have finished Act 1 and Act 2 in the live stream. And to be honest, it's much better. The palace is much better than the first palace, the second one. But still, I think the story is a little bit blunt. You could really skip that all and you don't miss anything. That's a shame. It's a shame for a game in the Atlus world. Because Atlus is normally an absolute banger what storytelling is going on. So yeah. So for this review, we are going a little bit deeper. So the story is one point that I don't like about the game. The game is okay, but not the story is okay, but yeah, when you played Persona 5, this is nothing new, and maybe it's really boring. This is just my opinion. I thought the story in this game is really boring. The gameplay is again a JRPG turn-based game like Persona 5 and the Power Personas, or like Metaphori Fantasio, and so you know this kind of gameplay, I would say. And what makes it different to the other games? The team building. You have your main character, Wanda. This is, I would say, the main thing and the only thing that has to be ever there. You can change him, but your 3 other characters, you can change them, and you have 1 sub-character. So you get 3 and 1. You get 4 sub-characters really easy in the game. So you get them for free. This is not a problem. They are a little bit weak. We are coming later to that. But this is enough to play the story. I would say when you just say, I block my credit card so that I not get to the point where I give money for that, you can play really fine with these 3 main characters and this 1 sub-character. What I don't like is the dungeon crawling. The dungeon crawling is really bad. It doesn't make fun. It's complicated. I would say really complicated because it's redundant. You have nothing really much to do. I didn't finish the complete dungeons so far because I can play this maybe 10-20 minutes and then I feel like my life is wasted when I do this a little longer or so. But there lies the resources in these dungeon crawling things, especially with the car. It's just ugly. It doesn't make fun. I didn't like the dungeon crawling part out of Persona 5 at this point, but it was not such a big thing like here. The palace farming, the palace dungeon crawling makes more fun. Still, the puzzles are really, I don't know, for 5-year-old children maybe. And yeah, that's it. I can't say more about this. So the team building, the dungeon crawling, let that thing be by side. We take the good things here. The social simulator makes really fun. So you have a big city to explore. You have a lot of things where you can go. You can make side jobs. You can make running. You can run other characters. You can date other characters. And I have a lot of things you can do, and they make fun. This is something you go into your daily routine, and when you're on your daily routine, you have 5 points per day. You can use these 5 points really fast, or you do this a little bit slower. However, it makes fun. For 5 minutes or maybe 10 minutes thing per day, this is a fine thing. This makes fun. I'm happy with that. It doesn't have to be more like how it is now, so this is really really okay. What the problem is, we're playing a gacha game. A gacha game needs to be a daily grind, and the daily grind is in the mementos, and those mementos there you can farm your resources for level up, for weapons up, for the weapon break, for the level break, for I don't know, I think we have 7 resources that you can farm in a daily routine. I think you can do this really well when you do this every day, but you also have to farm these phantoms, not phantom, every time I say phantom. You have also to farm these, yeah, let's say that's a phantoms. I mean, there are these monsters that you can tame when you use your points and so. And yeah, that is something out of the old game, but this time you need also these points, your daily points. And I feel like I have 2 less points right now. We're here 3 weeks after the start. I feel like I have 2 less points to get progress, to be honest. Because your main character, I would say, one is only leveling about this mementos daily grind thing, and this is going really slow. I have other resources where he gets points and so, but they don't give that much experience points, so I don't know. I don't like the mementos version, the daily grind version of this gacha, to be honest. This brings us to the mechanics a little bit deeper, I would say. The fight itself is the same like Persona 5, where I have 1 or 2 things more like stunts or some quick event or something like that. This is not really big different. But to do things efficiently, you need these points that you get every day, 240 points. And this is too less to do something. You can do things, but it takes a lot of time. I mean, but yeah, it's complicated to explain. It doesn't feel like in other gacha. I think it feels like they want to keep you in the play much longer than needed. So it feels too grindy, just grindy. Sure, you can give your money, your real earned money, and spend this for the daily grind. That is every time a bad idea. You can use your hard-earned crystals that you need for the pools, capture pools, to make this. This is a much more worse idea, because this brings us to the next point. You get 2 less points, 2 less crystals for summonings. As I said, the main characters that you get to the story are enough to play the story. That's fine. But there are events and weekly bosses that you have to beat, and the higher your score is later, the better is your reward afterwards. You get badges and something like that. You get crystals and other things. You get a lot of things when you do these bosses. You have no chance to do a good placing with the free-to-play characters. That's fair. You can make the bosses, but you will not get a higher ranking. So that brings us to the gacha pools. You can try this. This is like every gacha game. You have you pull 80 times, you get a guaranteed 5-star character. You can get the character out of the meta. Sometimes you get a stupid character, a 5-star character that you didn't want it, and then the next 80 puts is 100% that character that you want. So this character has also an personal weapon. It's the same thing. You can pull through. You pull 70 pulls in that case. More luck, you get the weapon for your character. If not, the next weapon will be 100% that weapon that you want. So fine, so good. Nothing that we don't know from other gacha games like Genshin, like Wamua or Suyu, Same, or whatever. Gacha games are always the same in that point. But the problem is, you get 2 less points for these pulls, guys, for free. I have the Battle Pass, I have the Daily Pass, I have a few other things, not the most expensive things. I had the first 100 euro thing that was a double, so I had put in the game a few euros to be honest. I played every day since release, and I have the Phantom himself, I forgot his name. You know, the main character from Customer Falsch. Maybe I should have to write his name here on my board, but whatever. I got him one time, and I got his weapon one time. Okay? And after I got him, finally, the hidden on his weapon, the next banner was online, with Yui and the new healer. And there was the pressure that I want to have Yui and the new healer. So I have every one of these characters. I have every main weapon for these characters. And I got a lot of fortune. The problem is, all these characters, they got way overpowered with the first level. Yeah. I have from no one the double. And that's a problem. Because I'm now out of resources. I have just the daily farming, I have just the daily doing, I have just the main events and something like that. And this is by near not enough to get another 80 pulls for one of these barracks. Yes. This is hard. This is bullshit. This is really, really hard bullshit. Normally, when you farm hard, when you concentrate on one thing, you should get at least one double of a character in every gacha game without too much money input. I'm doubtful Yeah, I'm not calling myself a whale because I stopped with the gachas after a time with putting money. I give money in the start most of the time, and then I stopped giving money because then I want to play with a strong team. I have now a strong team. I'm happy about that. It's enough to be a challenger in the bosses that I mentioned. I got a good pendant in this spring, but yeah, it's not the first place. It's not near the first place. It's much too fast away. Let's say maybe I'm in the top 5%, maybe 10% of the players right now. That sounds good. It is not good. It's not good enough. My opinion. Okay. Well, let's get back again. We have some details in the game. I think the music is a banger. We have the Persona 5 music that's just the same like in the game. The music is in every Atlas kind game is really good. The graphics are not that good. I played Metapher Refantasio. The graphics in Metapher was much better. I looked for the last Persona that came out last year, Persona 3, some remake or so. The graphic was much better. Or was it Persona 4? I don't know. Never mind, the graphic was much better. The fights are okay. They are okay. You can't say anything about this. They have nice animation. This is fine. The T stand is useless. This is some housing thing. I don't know. I do this, but it doesn't give me anything. I don't know why I do this, but hey, whatever. So there are a few things that I like, a few things that I don't like in the game. So I would rate this. When I would rate this as an Atlus game, just an Atlus game, I would give this game in the whole thing maybe a 2 out of 5. Yes, 2 out of 5. No, it's a gacha game. So I go a little bit back. I looked a few hour gacha games. What have we right now? I looked at old gacha games. I looked at Genshin Impact. Genshin is not in a good state right now. I looked at Honkai Star Rail. I looked at all the other Wuthering Ways and so on. I looked at the actual Sumame, whatever. The horse girl gacha. In my opinion, the best gacha game of this year. Yeah, as a gacha game, I would give this game maybe 3 out of 5. Maybe. The three really, two really steady eyes closed, near closed. The story is just a 2 out of 5. Compared to other gacha games. Other gacha games have so good stories. This is most of the time one of the points why you play a gacha game, because they put so much resources into the story, in the graphics and so today's. So yeah, 2 out of 5. It's not bullshit. It's based on Persona 5. It's just boring. So I give this 2 out of 5 for the story. The gameplay is okay. So maybe when we had the fighting thing and we had the mementos and everything would be a little bit smoother, and it would be not so. It doesn't feel like rewarding. It feels like a daily task that you have to do, because when you don't do it, you lost a lot of points. And so normally when we don't have this feeling, they can improve. Okay, they have a chance to improve. But right now, when this would be a good thing, I would give this 4 out of 5 for a daily gacha game. 4 out of 5. But now, how it is, when it's unimproved, 3 out of 5. Okay? The mechanics is really the mechanics. I just said it. It's the fight. The fights are fine. They are not new. This is not a new invention. It's okay. But the mechanics is for me out of the point, and the gacha pulls. This is one of the main things. The gacha pulls are killing it completely for me. They're much more worse than Genshin. Genshin is worse. Wuthering Waves is worse. But this is from that many gacha games that I play, this is maybe the worst gacha system that I had so far. And I would give this 2 out of 5. So overall, I would give this game 3 out of 5. Right now. I'm waiting for the next patch, to be honest. Maybe they are going to do this much better. And I would give this a little bit more point and would say, okay, that is a stable 3.5 out of 5. Yeah, higher this will be not going. Or it can get worse. It can get worse, so maybe I would get down to 2 out of 5. But right now, at this date, 3 out of 5. And just to comprehend this, that you have a scale for me, Wuthering Waves is for me a 5 out of 5 gacha game. Genshin, in this state right now, is a 4 out of 5, maybe 3.5 out of 5. And the whole scale gacha game is a 5 out of 5. Just because they have such a cute story, they have such a cute system, it's so easy to play on smartphone. It makes fun, you don't have to pressure to make daily tasks or whatever, you just do how you want. That's the perfect thing. If you want to spend money, do it. But you don't have the need to do it. I think you can wonderfully play with the free-to-play characters in Row 1, Musa, Sume, whatever. The same thing in Wuthering Waves. The main character there is so overpowered. I have a whole team built just with him around. These 2 games are my high peak 5 out of 5 gacha games. And that brings me down to 3 out of 5 for Persona 5. Phantom X. A lot of talking. Guys, I hope you like my review. That's the first try for me. I know 22 minutes talking, which out of her heart is really hard. Let me know what I could do better for the next review. Maybe make this shorter, maybe bring more details in it, make it longer. I don't know. Let me know what you think of my review. Let me know what you think of Persona 5, the Phantom X. I see these Steam reviews. I see Steam reviews are just bringing the game down to a really negative review rate, and I want to know your opinion. So let me know in the comments, and we will see again next time. So the last things to say, just like ever, stay kawaii, and yeah, game on.